Grandma, are you sure if YN is the one? Shaman, she is your granddaughter-in-law, then she is the one. Grandma, but you said that the girl who will marry us is the one who has saved someone from our family. Shaman, it's true, the spirit has said that then it's true. Grandma, but she didn't save anyone. In fact, Jungkook was the one who saved her life. Shaman, no, she has saved. Grandma sighed and looked down. I hope your grandson is taking good care of her. She has lots of enemies, who don't want her to be happy. Make sure to take care of her. Grandma nodded.
Yunwoo, Money, I miss you. He hugged your leg. You picked him up as he kissed your cheek. Why then, I missed you too. Jungkook, Yunwoo doesn't love his dad now. How sad. He's out of making Yunwoo giggle. Yunwoo, it's not like that, Daddy. The thing is my love is more for Mommy now. Jungkook, I am alone now. How sad. Why then, stop with your childish behavior. Jungkook shrugged his shoulder. You sat down beside Jungkook and looked at him. YN, I am really sorry for not telling you. Yes, I have been taking anxiety pills for a few years now. Jungkook, why? Did something happen? You know you can share, right? YN, I know I can share, I just didn't know how to say this. Young, YN, listen to me. It's not like that, please. I am just here for my friends. I didn't kiss that girl intentionally. YN, but the fact that you kissed her back will not change. Why would you even let her kiss you? If you aren't interested in me, then tell me. Let's separate our legs. I don't want to stay in this kind of situation. Suddenly you hear a loud noise. Looking back, you saw a truck hit a car. The truck didn't stop and went away. You and Young quickly ran towards the car. You saw a couple inside. They were covered in blood. The lady groaned in pain. You quickly opened the door and patted her cheek. YN, Miss, hello. Are you okay? She deeply looked at you. Women, please save my baby. She said and caressed her baby bump. YN, hi. She screamed. You looked at Young as he was standing behind you. What are you doing? Call the ambulance. He lazily sighed and walked away. You realized the woman was about to give birth. No. Just, please wait for a few minutes. You can't give birth here. You looked around and saw Young was away. The man inside was unconscious too. The woman grabbed your hand before screaming. Soon her legs covered in blood. You saw and held her. This was the first time you saw someone giving birth and it was traumatic. She pushed the baby. How did you caught the baby? You looked at the baby before you looked at the woman. She didn't show any movement. Ma'am, open your eyes. She didn't show any sign. You looked at the baby which was on your hand. Baby. You patted the baby's cheek but the baby boy didn't budge. You cried and screamed while holding the baby who was covered in blood. Please don't die. Please, don't do this to me. I don't want this sin to happen by my own hand, please. You cried. Hearing your scream, Young ran towards you. YN, please wake up. Please don't die. You cried due to the panic attack. Young, fuck, YN, let's go. I don't want to be involved in a police case. He took the baby from your arm before placing it on the woman's lap. He grabbed your hand and dragged you. Your mind went blank as you didn't even know where you were going. YN, Young totally warned me to say this to anyone. He didn't want to get into the police things and I secretly followed what he said. But I couldn't sleep at night as I kept thinking because I knew that baby died. If I had waited for the ambulance then, the baby would be alive. Jungkook pulled you on his chest as he hugged you. He caresses your hair as you start to whip on his chest. Jungkook, don't cry, it wasn't your fault. Just think, they got into the accident. It means it was destined. That the baby would die any minute. YN, but I couldn't help them. They died in front of me. He caressed your hair. And when I got to know that I couldn't get pregnant, I realized that I am paying for that sin. I couldn't. Protect that baby so I can't be a mom. Jungkook, and it's young. How can he be himself so? He sighed and caressed your back as he left. You cried. Everything is fine. YN, don't think about that incident. It happened when they died cause of the truck driver, not you. You snuggled on his chest. Jungkook, Mom, if YN wants to work then she will work. Being her husband, I can't control her life. Then you shouldn't be too. It's her life. If she wants to continue her work then she can. We don't have any right to take away her freedom. Mrs. Jaeon, I just think of her. She has to take care of Yumi and work will be a burden. Jungkook, if she gets tired of the work then she will resign herself. Don't pressure her to leave them. Look, it's her life. I am not trying to be disrespectful, but I want YN to make her own decision. I myself can't get involved too. Mrs. Jaeon, it's been just a few weeks since you got married. You started to take her side. Jungkook, you won't understand it, Mom. And please, let YN do whatever she wants. He said in, stood up, soon, you walked downstairs with Moonlit. Are you ready to go, Jim? Moonlit, yes, Captain. You smiled and shook your head. YN, we will get late. Let's go. Nari, really? Why? How dare she? You don't know how badly I want to beat that girl. YN, it is what it is. Nari, sliding that part. YN, you can get pregnant, that means. When will I be auntie? What day? You guys go on your honeymoon. YN, will you stop asking such a thing? You blush. Nari, someone is blushing. She teased you. YN, it's nothing like that. Nari, I am happy that things got better between you two. But YN, be careful of his mom. I hired you. That she will let you be happy. YN, today I heard how she doesn't want me to work but Jungkook stood up for me. Nari, Jungkook, you know, Grandma, everyone loves you so I guess I don't have to worry so much. YN, right, don't worry too much. Suddenly, your phone rang. You saw it was Ben. Ben, Mr. Jaeon asked me to pick you up. I am in the parking lot. YN, now, I don't think I can come. Nari, it's your free time, I will do the work. You can go. You thanked her before walking away. Ben opened the door as you stepped inside. You saw a guy sitting in front of Jungkook. You smiled at Jungkook before looking at the guy. He smirked and looked at Jungkook. Really, dude, she isn't even as pretty as Chaiwon. Your taste is so bad. You scoffed. YN, I don't think you have any right to call me ugly. You teach me what is right and what is wrong. You, a homewrecker. Jungkook, Dae-young, mind your language. You are talking about my wife. Dae-young, I just state the fact, she stole you from my sister. YN, not like your sister deserves, Jungkook. Dae-young, how dare you talk bad about my sister? He grabbed the glass from the table before throwing it towards you.
You were pulled back by Ben as the glass hit his arm. Jungkook, Dae-young, how dare you? He screamed as he angrily stood up. You opened your eyes and looked up at Ben. Ben, are you okay? You nodded and pushed your hair back. Ben turned around and glared at Dae-young, how dare you try to hurt her?
Jungkook, get the fuck out to my office, now. Dae-young glared at you before stomping out of the room. YN, why did you jump in front of me? You asked Ben. He started to caress his arm where he was hurt. Ben, you are Mrs. Jaeon now, and protecting you is my duty. Moreover, you are just like my sister and I can't stand someone hurting my sister. Jungkook walked towards you. Jungkook, thank you, Ben. If it wasn't you then YN would have got hurt.
Ben shook his head. YN, let me treat your wound. Ben, it's okay, I am fine. It doesn't hurt that much. He bowed and walked away. Jungkook, he will be okay, don't worry. You nodded. YN, why did you call me?
Jungkook, I made an appointment. My friend is a psychiatrist. I want you to be healthy. I hope you didn't mind. YN, nah, it's okay. Jungkook, Daeyoung really ruined our mood. YN, is he Chaewon's brother? Jungkook nodded. Jungkook, our source found out Chaewon is in Japan. Her brother found out and showed up and you. See what happened. I won't leave him too. He and his sister will pay for what they did. We have the evidence too. He pointed out to the CCTV. You gasped as he suddenly pulled you closer to him. By your weight. So, Mrs. Jaeon, we still have a few minutes to go. Do you want to? He leaned down to kiss you but you placed your hand on his mouth.
YN, control, can't you control yourself? Jungkook, seeing you, I can't. You shook your head and pushed him slightly. You looked around, and walked towards Jungkook's seat before sitting down. YN, it's so comfortable. You jumped on his chair. He shook his head and smiled. He loved your childish behavior after all. YN, oh, about this news. Should we share it with Grandma? She will be so happy, don't you think? He leaned down on the table as he looked at you. Jungkook, as you wish, she will be happy. You smiled and nodded.
Jungkook, are you hungry? If you want then I can order. YN, not now. How about we eat outside after the appointment? My treat. Jungkook, you were saying like you were eating with your colleagues. I am your husband. I will pay. I can't let down my dignity like that. You stop. YN, dignity. If I ignore you, you will be on your knees apologizing. You stop. Jungkook, so what? I will be on my knees for my wife. I will be more proud. YN, Jungkook, there is nothing for me to go on my knees for you, even if it is for proposing to you or to apologize. You cough a little as you look away blushing.
You rubbed your eyes as you smiled. YN, fine, I melt here. Grandma, you are not lying, right? You smiled and shook your head. YN, Jungkook and I went for the checkup and found out about it. The previous test was fake. You saw her lips trembling as the tears made their way down her cheeks. Grandma, oh my, you, I am so happy for you. You have gone through so many things and
you hugged her as you closed your eyes. She cried as she was happy for you. Breaking the hug, she grabbed your hands. Grandma, Jungkook, you and me, we will take care of you. We will give you the love you deserve. YN, I am grateful that I married Jungkook and came to this house. Thanks for everything, Grandma. Grandma, I am more grateful. You married my demi-grandson. Take care of him. You are truly an angel. She kissed your forehead and caressed your hair. May God bless you. YN, you deserve so much happiness and I know you will get that. I will make sure of that. YN, Grandma, everything that you have done for me is enough. Grandma, you deserve more than that. Oh, and don't tell this news to anyone. There is truly a thing called evil eyes. YN, evil eyes. She nodded. Grandma, and are you free tomorrow? I want to take you somewhere. YN, I am free.
YN, where are we, Grandma? Grandma, we are here to meet a shaman. I have known her for many years and I trust her. YN, shaman, why would you take me here? Grandma, I want to be sure of something. You saw an old lady sat in front of you. She smiled at you. Shaman, it's so nice to meet you. YN, how do you know my name? You looked at Grandma. Shaman, old Mrs. Jaeon have mentioned you so many times, so when I saw you I know you are that one. What is it this time, Mrs. Jaeon? Grandma, I am here with YN so you could give her some blessings to be happy in life. She grabbed your hand. Shaman, blessings for her. Grandma nodded as Shaman smiled. It feels weird to hear that. The Mrs. Jaeon who always come here so that she is making a right decision in her life, now wants a blessing for her. Grandma smiled. Shaman looked at you. She didn't even come here when her own daughter-in-law was newly married and she took you here, so I felt curious. Grandma,
I want you to give some blessings to YN because I want her to be happy and not get in more trouble.
Grandma, she was cheated, betrayed and so many bad things happened. I don't want it to happen in future. Shaman smiled. Shaman, the person who have in-laws like you, husband like your grandson, and a son like your great-grandson, she is already lucky and about being happy, she will. My blessings will always be with you. You bowed and smiled. As soon as you stepped out of your office, you were surrounded by people who were reporters. You were clueless as why would they follow you? Mrs. Jaeon, are you really infertile? Is it true that you married Mr. Jaeon cause he already has a son and you don't have to give? In the air, you closed your eyes as flashlights keep flashing in your eyes. You wanted to run. You feel a hand on your shoulder as you were pulled inside the building. It was Ben, who guided you to the elevator.
You saw Jungkook who was standing beside F car. When he saw you, he ran towards you. Before hugging you tightly, Jungkook, are you okay? YN. I was so worried. You smiled. YN. It's okay, I am fine. Ben came at the right time. It was so stressful to see that many people. You broke the hug and looked at him. But what happened? Why are they behind me and how did they know about my infertility? Jungkook, there was an article which was published a few hours ago. It showed your result and being infertile and Chai1 gave an interview saying you take me away from her and I cheated on her with you. This girl really is getting on my nerves now. YN, so it means Chai1 published it. How did she get the result? Then, I asked the control team. It's not Chai1, it was a girl named Yoon. You looked at Jungkook.
Ben, do you guys know her? Jungkook, she is In's cousin who is the reason why YN and her ex-boyfriend broke up. Basically, In's ex cheated on her with that girl. YN, first she changed the result and got young, now she is behind all of this. She will never let me be happy. Jungkook, she will pay for it now, she has really crossed her line now. Ben, inform the lawyer in the process of suing.
YN, you will sue her. Jungkook, you were alone but now you have me. I won't let this happen anymore, not when it affects you so much. I promised myself that I will take away your sorrow, then why not? Ben, sir, I think we should leave now. Jungkook nodded and grabbed your hand. Jungkook, I know it will be hard but we are here for you. Mrs. Jaeon, get this shit away as soon as possible. Do you even know how much it is affecting them? Company, Jungkook, I will take care of it, you don't have to worry. She sighed and walked away. You looked at Jungkook, he smiled, and shook his head. Don't worry, everything is gonna be okay. There was a knock, it was Une. She entered the room. She stands in front of you. Une, how can you sue me? Do you even know how young I am for that? I have a bright future ahead. When did you become so heartless? Why no? Jungkook, I have always been heartless for a person like you and it was me who sued you, for spreading false statements against my wife. Jungkook, you said you will take each and every happiness from In's life, right? Then listen, I will ruin those people's life who hurt my loved ones. Like you hurt YN, get ready to be ruined. He grabbed your hand and caressed your hand. You can't always play the victim just because you can. Accept the reality. Yune's eyes were filled with tears as she looked at you.
Une, why aren't you saying anything, YN? You really want me to suffer, you always take whatever it's mine. You stopped. YN, you took my boyfriend, you took my happiness and you were saying I take what's yours. You got young, you must be happy that you are here to ruin my marriage too. You think that each and every time, things will go as you wish. Grow up, it's not a movie and you are a princess or something. Jungkook's company lawyer entered the room. She quickly wiped her face tears. Jungkook, she is Miss Yoon. Mr. Kim, please give her some explanation of the things she is being sued for. Mr. Kim, Ms. Yoon, Mr. Jaeon, the husband of Mrs.